wanted to just kick it off. Good afternoon. We are celebrating, as you probably heard, 75 years of coaching at Brandeis, which is just absolutely, it's unbelievable. First of all, anytime you get honored in your best sweats, that's just a winner. I mean, I know Denise picked out her probably fanciest suit for today, so congratulations to her. For those who don't know me, my name is Jessica Bergman. I'm class of 91. Last year, I was asked to be the FOBA representative to the Brandeis board. I was excited to get back involved with Brandeis, and more specifically, Brandeis athletics. At the first meeting, it became very evident to Adam Rifkin, who's here today, the board president, and the other members, where my passion and connection to the university lied. As a three-sport athlete, not soccer included, thank God, most of my fond memories of college stem from this side of South Street. It's probably not a good thing, but that's the truth. At the meeting, I was thinking about an event to bring Brandeis athletic alumni together, something to highlight and to celebrate, that tied many of us to our time here. The men and women's soccer teams had just finished two incredible runs to the Sweet 16, with the women's team making it to the Elite Eight. I was so happy to see coaches who were there during my time at Brandeis still so incredibly successful. I noticed they had finished their 40th and 33rd seasons. Being somewhat decent at math, I realized that the next season would combine for 75 years. That was simply jaw-dropping, and I knew I had my event. Just to give you some perspective with their coaching tenure, when Denise started here, by the way, as the first and only coach for the women's program, the country was watching MASH and Dukes of Hazzard. We mourned the loss of John Lennon. People were asking if they had Grey Poupon, figuring out the damn Rubik's Cube, singing the Pina Colada song, which I love, and of course dying to know who shot JR, or for my beloved Coven, JR. When Coven started, the country was focused on Watergate and Battle of the Sexes, watching All in the Family and The Godfather, the original Godfather. We didn't even have basic cable. Let me repeat this for everyone here. There was no basic cable television. I realize many of you have absolutely no idea of what I'm talking about right now, so please go home and Google these events. They are important. I could spend an hour alone listing their respective accomplishments, so I'll just try to give a few staggering facts. They combined for 768 coaching victories, 11 NCAA tournament appearances, 22 ECAC appearances, 6 ECAC titles, have coached 10 All-Americans. Denise's team made the Elite Eight just a season ago, and Coven reached 3 Final Fours, was a national runner-up, and in 1976, national champions. I could go on and on, but Lynn Dempsey would have my head if I kept taking up that kind of time today. I'll let Jim, Murray, Mimi, and Allie give you a better understanding of what these two have meant to their countless players. Today we celebrate not only these phenomenal statistic accomplishments, but we celebrate their unparalleled years of dedication and service to the players and their programs, our athletic history, and to the university as a whole. Mike Coven and Denise Dallamora are quite simply Brandeis soccer. I'm thrilled to be here today and given the chance to help honor them in front of all of you. And I'm elated that President Lawrence is joining us as well. The first time I met President Lawrence was at last year's NYU Brandeis basketball games in New York City, where I live. I was asked to escort the president and his wife Kathy down to the game where I would sit with them and watch the games with them. I expected a low-key experience, maybe time to time, talking about the game, tidbits about the programs, and hearing them occasionally clap at some big plays. No. I was upon their jumping, chanting, cheering, and even questioning the refs in about 2 minutes into the game. And at that moment I knew These were my kind of peeps. I was so thrilled to finally see a Brandeis University president so engaged and passionate about our athletics. Our athletics. I knew that was the future. This was a future where the athletic alumni mattered and could make a difference. A future where we could come back and feel welcome and appreciated. A future where we celebrate in big turnouts, where we reconnect with our teammates, and to cheer the new student athletes. So come back, and come back often. But when you do come back, be prepared to see Fred and Kathy jumping, chanting, yelling, screaming, and occasionally questioning the refs right next to you. With that, I'm pleased to introduce President Lawrence.
Jessica, thank you. By the way, that ref was just wrong on that call. I wasn't questioning him. It was just the facts. That's all. It was just the facts. I'm going to get to Mike and Denise in a second. First, a word to my wonderful athletes, my warriors. You guys make us proud every time. Every time you're out on the field. You're wearing Brandeis on your jerseys. You represent us. First time I met with all of you was president-elect. You recall I told you you're out there. You represent yourselves, your families, most of all your school. And you make us very proud. So let me make very clear what I told all of you each time we've had a chance to share some time together, sort of president to athletes, and it's one of the fun parts of this job is I get to spend some time with you guys, that whether we're in the library, in the labs, in the studios, the playing fields, or the pool, we always, at Brandeis, try to be our best. You teach yourself to be second best at anything, you will soon be second best at everything. And you all represent that tradition best of all of us on campus. So God bless you all, and thank you for what you do for this school. Also, just a private word to the athlete parents who are here. As I told some of them during the women's game just now, by the way, a terrifically tough-fought game that made us very proud out there. We got a lot of football ahead of us this season, and we're going to see some great soccer from our women's team. But as I said to some, that was an applause line. Very good. That was very good. As I said to some of the parents before, presidents are not supposed to have favorite parents, and so I don't. Having said that, my athlete parents, the ones who are out here all the time, and my favorite part, you listen to the parents who are out here, they're not just cheering for their own kid. They're cheering for everybody's kid. Everybody out there is somebody's kid. They're our kids. So thank you all for what you do for this school. And when your kids graduate, the hell with it. You keep coming back. It's okay. You're always welcome back. And now, last and most, what this celebration is really about is two extraordinary coaches. By the way, I didn't realize it was 41 and 34 years. See, I thought Denise had been here for about 12 or 15, and that made 75. That's how I did the arithmetic. And I got the mic right now, Mike, so you got to put up with it. On the other hand, he's going to talk after me, so maybe that wasn't so smart. These are two coaches who understand that to coach in a university setting, particularly what we love about Division III sports, is that we take our sports seriously. We do want to win. We do want to train those great skills of sportsmanship and of teamwork, but at the same time, these are life skills. If you want to really know what these two coaches are made of, ask them about players, not just from last year, but from 10 years ago, and 20 years ago, and 30 years ago. And you don't just get names and teams they were on, you get names and where they are now, and what they're doing now, and who these people are. So when I talk about Denise and Mike, and they know they get the emails from me after games, and they know I keep track of them on the road as well as here at home, I'm not just talking about football coaches. I'm talking about educators, I'm talking about teachers, and in the deepest sense of the word, I'm talking about my colleagues. We are deeply proud of what you have meant to this institution and look forward to all we will yet accomplish together. Since I'm president, I get to say stuff like this. God bless you both, and thank you both. And I will just add on that 76 team, I like to think of them as our first national championship team so far. How does that sound? So thank you all for being part of this homecoming ceremony. We look forward to making this an annual event, making it bigger and better, and remembering that when we cheer out here on the field, we are cheering for the highest traditions of Brandeis. Go Judges, and God bless all of you.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mimi Theodore. I graduated in 2012. I just want to start by congratulating Denise on a great 34 years of coaching the Brandeis women's soccer team. Denise's hard work, dedication, and love for the Brandeis soccer program has truly made her a successful coach over the years. One of the most compelling and strongest attributes of Denise is that she deeply and sincerely cares for each and every one of her players. Having a coach who you feel comfortable always going to and being able to talk with is something that makes Brandeis women's soccer program so special. Denise has not only allowed players to excel athletically, but academically as well. If it wasn't for Denise, I never would have gotten a chance to play for such an incredible program, nor would I have been able to get an education from such a prestigious university. I know I can speak for myself and many other players who Denise has helped get the chance to play competitive soccer and at the same time receive an education that is second to none. And for that, Denise, we thank you. You have truly given so many athletes at this school a better opportunity, a chance to have lasting memories, and a chance to follow their dreams. This day is truly a celebration of a wonderful 75 years from two amazing coaches, whose impacts on Brandeis women's soccer program will never be forgotten. Denise, we cannot thank you enough for all that you have done and for the doors you have opened for so many of your players, past and present. Thank you so much for all you've done.
Hi everyone, I'm Allie Theodore. Thank you all for coming out tonight, or today actually, and I just really quickly wanted to say to Coach Coven, congratulations on such a wonderful and well-deserved milestone. You truly are an amazing coach and an even better individual, and today's really a day for you to celebrate your accomplishments, so congratulations. Next, I'd just like to take a few more moments to congratulate the women's team today for their tie against Rochester. That's a great point. You always want to get those, so congratulations on a well-fought match. Right now, I'd also want to take a few moments, step away a little bit, take a few moments to honor my soccer coach, Denise. Denise started the women's soccer program here 34 years ago, and it has been one of the most competitive programs in the country for Division III. Denise, your commitment, your love, and dedication to the Brandeis women's soccer program has been extraordinary. You've touched and changed the lives of so many female athletes, myself included, and have opened doors for us far beyond the athletic field. You've instilled confidence within each of us, helped us grow as soccer players and as young adults, and reinforced the idea that if someone takes your bike, you better get it back. I truly look back on my years here at Brandeis and at Gosman and think to myself, those were the best days with the best people. And I have one person to thank, and that's you. You've given me the opportunity to become part of a Brandeis athletic community and family, and I thank you. 7 years ago, I walked into your office, beginning my college search, and from that day on, I knew this was a school I wanted to attend. It was the best decision I've made thus far. You taught me that by working hard and having fun, winning would take care of itself. I truly believe that saying this was not just a saying that I should say before every match, but for all competitions on the soccer field and off. Thank you, Denise, for being such a wonderful role model, support system, and coach. You encompass so many of the qualities that I admire and hope to obtain someday in my future. You truly are one of a kind, and I cannot be more thankful, appreciative, and proud to call you coach. So from everyone here, congratulations on this accomplishment. You very much deserve it.
Thank you, guys. That was great. Oh, we're getting some tears. Oh. I just want to bring up Jim Belanger's class of 81 and Murray Greenberg, who's class of 77, to have just a few very small words for Coven this afternoon.
Thank you. Greetings to all friends of Brandeis Athletics. President Lawrence. President Lawrence made reference to players from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm one of the players from 40 years ago. And it's really an honor to be here to say a few words in celebration of my coach. Before I do that, though, and I don't want to be remiss, congratulations, Coach Dallamora, really remarkable achievement. Coach, I'll bet that when we began our time at Brandeis together in 1973, you didn't imagine that you'd be here 41 years later. 41 years, more than 450 wins, 4 ECAC titles, a national championship, and a whisker away from a second one, a multitude of all New England and all American players, all accomplished within the confines of Brandeis's demanding academic standards and budgetary constraints, all accomplished with tireless effort and dedication, good humor, integrity, and class. With the help of Gabe and your other assistants, Coach, you have built and maintained one of the country's preeminent soccer programs. Excuse me. In the process, thank you. You have enriched the great game of soccer, and you have enriched this university and earned a place among its greatest contributors. Just as important, you have earned a place in the hearts of the hundreds of young men who had and have the privilege of playing for you. Your guidance, your mentorship, your friendship was a big part of some of the best years of our lives. And no matter what we have done in our lives after Brandeis, and no matter what we will do, that stays with us forever. And we are very grateful for that. So, congratulations and continued success in your life's work, which has meant so much to so many.
Thank you all for coming today. I know that Murray and I both feel that there's many people that could have been up here speaking. There's a bunch of them sitting over there, and we are speaking on behalf of all of the former players and current players of Brandeis. And we're and also the University of Rochester, which is an excellent program in itself. Thank you for being here to help us celebrate the day. Denise started when I was here in back in the day. And so, congratulations, Coach Dallamora. It wasn't Coach Dallamora at that point, as I recall, but congratulations. An unbelievable program in her own right. Thank you all, President Lawrence and everything else. Let me say a few things actually. Brandeis Soccer, Mike Coven. Mike Coven, Brandeis Soccer. For 40 years, those terms have been synonymous. And let me tell you a little bit about what that actually means. Murray mentioned 450 wins. That's mind-boggling. That's more than 10 wins a year for over 40 years. The ECACs, the NCAAs, all of that stuff, all mind-boggling. But what it actually means, and everybody that's sitting there, and all those alumni, people that have played soccer, Murray, Robbie Muller, a bunch of them, these guys out here, when you say to somebody that you played soccer at Brandeis, you were a Brandeis soccer player, they know that you were an excellent soccer player, that you knew how to play, that you were a competitive, that you worked hard, and that by and large, you won. My memories of Coach are not only, and it's funny, I was telling them before that it's really kind of fun to have a microphone, a bunch of people, and be able to talk about him. But I'm not going to get into any of those stories right now. What I want to say is along the lines of what President Lawrence and what Murray mentioned, and people have heard me say this before. Mike Coven's legacy is the soccer is almost secondary in some respects, and to say that when it's such a monumental career, that is a monumental thing to say. You can call him up at any time, and I've done this, and he knows where all of his players are. He knows how you're doing, what your family's doing, whether you've had, like Luke Teese is here, Mark Teese. He's kept in touch with everybody, and he keeps tabs on everybody. And I think his greatest achievement is not necessarily the soccer achievement, which is remarkable, as I've said, but that almost every single one of his players has turned into when they graduate from here, they're successful, professional, competent, respectful people. Both of these coaches, and they've been doing it for a long time, and for 41 years, Mike Coven has been bringing in student athletes who are not only great athletes, but go on to become great people and great contributors to society. And I think that is as much of a mark of him as a coach as all of the athletic success that he's had in days gone by and continues to have with this team. These people are continuing a legacy that he started 41 years ago. I am not just proud to say that he's my former coach. I've considered him to be one of my friends for 40 years, somebody that I can call up and talk to about almost anything. Not just soccer, my life, my family, my daughter, anything that's going on. I can talk to him about it, and he's always got something intelligent and positive to say. It's been an honor to be a former player of Michael Coven. Murray, want to come on up? We'll give him this plaque, which says, "In appreciation to Mike Coven for outstanding and dedicated service to Brandeis University, October 12, 2013. On behalf of all of your former players and current players, Coach, congratulations."
Big smile, big smile, big smile.